This actor was supposedly set to be a big part of the DCU had it continued. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. A recent interview confirmed the actor who would have played Batman in Zack Snyder's Flashpoint film, and it is the perfect choice. The Flashpoint movie was just one of many DC comic stories Snyder wanted to tackle with his DCU but never got the chance to, with the superpowered universe being rebooted on the backs of James Gunn and Peter Safran. Years after the end of Zack Snyder's DCU, the Man of Steel director's ever-so-perfect pick for a Flashpoint Batman actor was finally confirmed. From 2013 to 2017, Snyder shepherded DC Comics' on-screen brand. The filmmaker never realized the full extent of his DC vision, being taken off 2017's Justice League and, thus, out of the franchise entirely. That has not stopped the filmmaker from sharing his extensive plans for the future of the Blue brand, including tackling the iconic Flashpoint DC comic story. He then revealed that there were initial plans for him to play a Flashpoint version of Batman in the DCU, but those ideas never came to fruition. There was a time when Flashpoint Batman would have seen these two characters in a much bigger role, Morgan explained. So I don't think... The idea was, truthfully, that Zack was going to do more movies, and that I think that there was a time when Flashpoint Batman would have seen these two characters in a much bigger role. We never got a chance to do that, unfortunately. But it was the first time that Lauren and I met. I remember meeting her for the first time, and she had just started The Walking Dead, and I was a huge fan. Speaking with Den of Geek, Walking Dead star Jeffrey Dean Morgan disclosed that he was in talks to play Zack Snyder's Flashpoint Batman before the DCU was rebooted. Talking about the first time he and his Walking Dead co-star Lauren Cohen met, Morgan described getting to play Thomas and Martha Wayne together in Snyder's Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Question: I'm sure this has been brought up in the past, but I don't think I ever looked it up myself. Was it Zack Snyder's purpose to kind of play a joke on people by having you both play Thomas and Martha Wayne, or was it like your suggestion or something like that at that point? Morgan: that was the first time we'd ever met or worked together, so this is well before. Cohen: oh my gosh, I just forgot that. Just literally forgot that. This is not the first time Morgan commented on the idea of playing an alternate universe Batman, telling fans in 2022 that Michael Keaton's casting in The Flash was the longtime Batman actor swooping in and taking his gig. He joked that it was serendipitous that the Man of Steel filmmaker brought him and Cohen together before they shared the stage in The Walking Dead. So I remember peppering her with a lot of questions about The Walking Dead. But no, I think Zack, luckily, just put us together. I don't know why or how, other than maybe thinking into the future what could happen. I think you'd have to ask Scott M. Gimple, 'cause maybe more of the joke is him casting us opposite each other. Zack Snyder's Flashpoint may have been stopped in its tracks before fans ever got to see it, but that does not mean the project was a completely known quantity. Zack Snyder's Flashpoint film never saw the light of day. However, some assumed elements from the project made their way into 2023's The Flash film starring Ezra Miller and Michael Keaton. Instead of any further stories in Snyder's vision of the interconnected comic book universe, the DCU will be rebooted this summer with the release of James Gunn's long-awaited Superman movie. Despite the movie seemingly being divorced from alternate universes, unlike many current superhero affairs, Superman borrows a multiversal villain for one of the film's main antagonists. The movie would have likely served as a culmination of the first era of Snyder-led DC storytelling, being one of the Blue brand's biggest multiversal stories and essentially creating the DC multiverse and changing the continuity forever. Jeffrey Dean Morgan previously said appearing in the Flashpoint movie would have been very fun, but with the DCU reboot incoming, fans will now never get the chance to see it. Also, at this point, the Flash movie would have reportedly served as a key building block toward the event film, and it would have ended by reboot Ang, the universe, and introduce Ang, a new cast. This could have seen characters like the OG Snyder DCU Trinity swapped out for other actors, with someone like Morgan stepping into the superpowered role for any future appearances in the franchise. Since James Gunn previously confirmed that Zack Snyder has not expressed any interest in returning to DC or revisiting his Snyderverse, any future for a Flashpoint project is practically nil. The rumors were that the Flashpoint film would have featured Reverse Flash as its primary villain, S. Snyder recently claimed that he has always been interested in directing a Gears of War movie, revealing that he has even had several discussions about the possibility. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. When asked what video games he would want to adapt, the filmmaker said, "I mean, we've talked about a bunch of, Gears has always come up, sort of in our sort of circle. So, I was a fan of the game, so, off the top of my head, that one." Army of the Dead, Snyder's 2021 Netflix movie that Blasinski critiqued, interestingly stars Dave Bautista, who many have fan-casted as Marcus Phoenix, the protagonist of the first 3 Gears of War video games. After it was announced that a Gears of War movie would be heading to Netflix in November 2022, even Blasinski stated that he would love to see Bautista portray Marcus. Gears of War creator thinks Zack Snyder would be a great choice to direct movie adaptation. Gears of War game background overlaid with Zack Snyder in black and white. Gears of War creator Cliff Blasinski believes Zack Snyder's distinctive style would suit the upcoming Netflix movie well. In an interview with comicbook.com, Blasinski praised Snyder's ability to work with existing IP. "To be frank, I think Zack Snyder is an amazing director when he is working with existing IP. I think it was the Dawn of the Dead remake, some of his superhero movies, when he did 300. As an adaptation, 300 defined a whole genre of filmmaking, the slow MO and the fast pans." However, the video game designer criticized one of Snyder's more recent films, the wholly original Army of the Dead. "I turned off halfway through. I thought it was terrible." "That's right, I said it." Regardless, Blasinski claimed that he thinks Snyder would be a great fit to adapt the video game series, which he launched in 2006 in February 2023. Bautista expressed that he would be thrilled to take on the role of Marcus Phoenix. "It's a part that I've sought after for years, and I feel like I could bring a lot of heart to Marcus Phoenix. I really would," he said. "I think I would do that part justice. I feel confident in it, so hopefully, it'll come my way and we'll be having this conversation in a different way sometime." As of now, no names are attached to direct or star in the adaptation, and Netflix has not revealed when fans can expect the highly anticipated and long-awaited Gears of War movie. Menu. CBR logo. Gears of War creator thinks Zack Snyder would be a great choice to direct movie adaptation. For Maxwell Rosinski. November 2nd, 2023. Follow. Like. Link copied to clipboard. Gears of War game background overlaid with Zack Snyder in black and white. Gears of War creator Cliff Blasinski believes Zack Snyder's distinctive style would suit the upcoming Netflix movie well. In an interview with comicbook.com, Blasinski praised Snyder's ability to work with existing IP. "To be frank, I think Zack Snyder is an amazing director when he is working with existing IP. I think it was the Dawn of the Dead remake, some of his superhero movies, when he did 300. As an adaptation, 300 defined a whole genre of filmmaking, the slow MO and the fast pans." However, the video game designer criticized one of Snyder's more recent films, the wholly original Army of the Dead. "I turned off halfway through. I thought it was terrible." "That's right, I said it." Regardless, Blasinski claimed that he thinks Snyder would be a great fit to adapt the video game series, which he launched in 2006. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon gets official rating teasing bloody images and strong violence. Snyder recently claimed that he has always been interested in directing